think they wanted to keep you to themselves. And then finally, you may be nice, but, you know, hello, this was ordained by me.
You think it needs to be fuller? Yeah, bigger?
Maybe.
Like princess
I never
style?
thought that I wanted a princess, but...
Getting to have a custom wedding gown was over the top. I mean, you can't even describe. That's like a little girl's dream.
And you handed me a beautiful drawing, a sketch of the dress that you dreamed of.
I love it. Jessica, just 2.5 weeks.
I don't think we would have to light them. I think if we lit them, we'd have to bring up generators probably.
So I believe this is going to be the first wedding that has some sort of coal in it.
2 weeks is not very long.
We gave a wedding away, and we did it in 4 weeks.
Yes.
And the bride signed over her rights to the professional and showed up at the rehearsal dinner to see her wedding venue.
Yes.
If you notice right here, I've got these drawn as almost like little feet.
Lovely.
So the cake is actually going to be elevated on the board.
Beautiful.
So it looks like it's standing on gold feet.
Right.
With all of the greenery coming down. I think it's going to be really gorgeous.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
I love polka dots.
Bye, girls. See you next time.
With me today, I have one of my bridesmaids, Allison, and I have my matron of honor, Ashley. It's wedding week, and I'm just happy to be with my girlfriends. I'm just happy that we get to celebrate together and have a relaxing time. And they're amazing friends, so I think that they deserve this with me, so I'm excited.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for having us here today. And I know that you've met Jessica, and I want to know what your first thoughts are for the service that she's getting today.
Today we're going to do a super sultry old Hollywood glam look with the eyes and then a nice bold red lip.
Well, she loves red lipstick. Can you tell that when she came in tonight?
Absolutely.
What is your overall goal for when you see a bride? How do you go about figuring out what exactly look that they should be going for?
Really, I just want to bring out their best features. That way they feel their natural, beautiful self on their wedding day.
I love that. Well, let me ask you one more question, then I'll let you get to work on Jessica. With only just a little less than a week before her wedding, can you tell me anything that you think that a bride needs to know coming up on her wedding?
Definitely hydrate, take care of your skin, get enough rest, because all of that plays into the overall finished look.
Well, Matt, that is some really great advice. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see the finished product.
Me either, thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Chelsea Mann. I am the salon manager here at Hair Nation Salon and Spa. I have been working at Hair Nation, it'll be 4 years in March, so since we first opened. One of my favorite things to do in my career is definitely to see the end result of something, whether that be color or hair. I especially love bridal and formal hair and makeup because it's just so amazing to be a part of people's big day. So when Jessica first walked in, she already had her hair real big and her makeup real glamorous, so super excited to just kind of enhance that and do that Hollywood glamour and just really big and fabulous, because I know that that's the kind of person she is, you can already tell. So one of the most important things in my point of view for a bride is really just to kind of relax and to take it all in, because the day will go by so fast. You know, hair is going to react the way the weather reacts, so don't be, you know, too set on one thing. Your hairstylist is going to make you look fabulous regardless, so just to kind of go with the punches and stuff like that and to make sure that you're enjoying your day. One of my main goals as a hairstylist for the bride on their wedding day is to mainly feel like themselves. You think that you want to be all dolled up and dressed up and feel like somebody you're not, but you really want to look back at those pictures and truly feel like you are your best self and just enhance everything that you have to offer, because we work with some amazingly beautiful people. So to truly feel like yourself and to just enhance the look that you already have. If I could sum up Jessica's style in one word, it would definitely be fabulous.
So tonight here at Hair Nation Salon and Spa, we are pampering a bride and a couple of her bridesmaids. So tonight they will be receiving a trial run for hair and makeup, as well as a facial, a pedicure, and a blowout. Here at Hair Nation Salon and Spa, I am the salon manager, bridal coordinator, and the education director. At Hair Nation Salon and Spa, we have a bridal team, so we have a group of fabulous people that we travel on site for hair and makeup or whatever services are needed, as well as offer them to come here. So we have a full team to pamper them and get them ready for their day. So we have at Hair Nation Salon and Spa, we have our liquor license, so that is something very unique about us. We also do chocolate dipped strawberries for every day. They're dipped fresh every day, as well as we serve tea and water and all kinds of other beverages.
Welcome to Edley's.
Oh, Katie, thank you for having me. I love it. It just makes me feel like I'm just down to earth and can have a good meal, have a good time.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this place.
Have you seen the bar too?
Oh my goodness, is it loaded? It was wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for having us. And Katie, thank you for jumping on this bandwagon of this quick turnaround wedding. And oh my goodness, we're so excited.
We love a challenge, and honestly, we can handle it. So it's not nothing we can't handle.
Yes, well, this is definitely a challenge, isn't it?
Yes.
Less than 3.5 weeks to go.
Yes, it's right around the corner.
What information do you need from me for our bride to prepare for her wonderful reception?
So I think some things we want to talk about are dietary restrictions, of course. You know, we have a lot of gluten-free, vegetarian, vegans.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, so we might want to, that's always a question I ask pretty much up front to get that out of the way.
Sure, so I need to ask my bride any dietary restrictions.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I definitely will, and I'll get back with you on that one.
Yes, please. And a lot of times they have a family member that maybe like their mom is a vegetarian or something. You want to keep those people, make sure they feel special and included in the meal too. So we require 1 hour of unloading and setup time, so we can usually get it done pretty quick, but we like to be safe than sorry as far as that goes. So, so yeah, I would say an hour before food service, and then an hour for the food to be open, an hour for cleanup, and we're out of there. So
in other words, around 1 o'clock, you'll probably want to show up.
Perfect. Yep. Great. That sounds perfect.
Okay.
And we'll follow up on that later.
Absolutely.
But,
through emails.
for sure. And then I would say, beyond that, obviously head count is pretty important. And then probably a day of contact person, just so we don't have to call the bride or groom if we have any
that would be me.
To, so.
We'll just stay in touch. We're going to be best friends, Katie.
For sure.
Through this journey.
For sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
Well,
so,
very good.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited. Thank you very much. And I know the bride and groom's excited, and you know they don't know anything right now. They don't even know what they're going to be served for their wedding.
Oh my God.
Can you believe I've talked the bride into this?
Oh my gosh.
But we're so
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to give you a little sample of some of the sides that we have here at Edley's.
That looks amazing. What do we tell me what we have?
So we've got our homemade mac and cheese, our coleslaw, collard greens, baked beans, Brunswick stew, potato salad, the best banana pudding you'll ever have in your life, and green beans here.
Katie, this looks like a feast. The smell is amazing.
Yes, it is. And we make all of our sides from scratch. So everything is made in-house from scratch.
Do you have a favorite, Katie?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard to decide. You know, the mac and cheese is probably going to be the most popular item. It is a little more expensive, but it's worth every penny.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
Katie, tell me a little about Edley's. Tell me about it. Is it family owned, independent owned, franchise? Tell me a little bit about the backbone of Edley's.
Yeah, so it is husband and wife owned. We do not currently have, it's pretty good, isn't it? We currently have no franchisees at all. So it's husband and wife owned. We opened in November of 2011. So we've been here for quite a while.
And
been around.
Yeah, you're in the beautiful, beautiful new Lexington area, the Fritz Farm,
and
right?
The Summit,
And the Summit. And you know, I just want to say, I love the fact that we are working with in this wonderful venture, the backbone of America, family owned, family structure,
I love it.
hardworking.
Love it.
That's where my heart is, and that's what I love.
Yep.
And oh my goodness, this is amazing. So macaroni and cheese, 10 stars,
For sure.
amazing. So what's my next choice?
I would try the baked beans. The potato salad, honestly, is one of my favorites.
Is it?
It is. It
Oh,
is.
Katie.
And I love our
Well,
baked beans.
I am having a ball. I kind of feel bad about the bride and groom not being here. I feel like I've gypped them today.
Well, they'll get to try it on their big day.
Yes, they will.
So good, right?
Southern food at its best.
It
Is
really
it okay to
is.
say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Southern food
Yeah.
at its best. Yum, yum, yum. And then you said,
I would try the potato salad.
Okay.
It really is one of my
Yum,
my
yum.
favorites.
Yum, 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 yum. I love good old
So
potato
good. It
salad.
has bacon in it. It has onions in it. It is super creamy and just so good.
Finger licking good.
Yes.
Collard greens.
They're a little spicy, so just beware
Oh,
of the
it's got a
kick.
little kick?
It has got a little kick to it. That's probably our spiciest side.
Got a
But
little extra, huh?
I actually did not like collard greens until I had our collard greens. So they changed my opinion on collard greens. Same with banana pudding, actually.
I'm a fan of collard greens. Speaking of grandma, she can make you some collard greens.
Right.
And yes, it does have a little kick.
So good, right?
Okay.
No.
So basically, all of this is yummy. Now, is this the barbecue?
This is the Brunswick stew. Yep, and so it's got pork in it and some vegetables and a tomato base. It's a little sweeter. They actually used to make Brunswick stew with squirrel meat way back when.
Really?
We do not do that, but,
No,
but that is the history of Brunswick
Thank you
stew.
for telling
so there
me you do not
go.
do that. I love the history.
Yeah.
So way back when, they made this with squirrel
They
meat.
did, yeah. Fun fact. So there you go. That is truly the best banana pudding I've ever had.
Oh,
Isn't that so good?
so. I feel like I died and went to
I know.
heaven.
I'm telling you, it really is so good. It is so good. I know. We make that homemade probably 4 to 5 times a
So
day.
every homemade, you make this from
Everything,
scratch.
everything. Yep.
I can, you know what? The quality of food is amazing,
Yep.
and by far
Above and
great,
beyond.
above and beyond.
For sure.
And so, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Wait
So
till you try the brisket. That's
this
all I'm
is
gonna
what-
say.
Oh, so is this what our bride and groom will be having that day? Of course,
Yeah.
you get to choose our bride and groom. You know, they're having a hands-off approach. That's
Right.
the joy of this.
Yeah.
So what would you see here that you would be serving them on their wedding day?
You know, I would say.
Because I'm a fan of it all.
Yeah.
Just
You
bring the
can't go wrong
whole
with anything. You
restaurant.
can't go wrong with anything. I would say, I mean, you know, you want to think about the most crowd-friendly
Sure.
meals when you have a large group of people. So the collard greens are amazing, but they're a little spicy for some people, so you might not want to go that
Oh,
route.
I see what you're saying.
So you kind of want to think about, that's why we do mac and cheese so much, because everyone loves it, and it's vegetarian, it's kid-friendly, adults love it just as much, you know, so
So
we do
everybody's
mac
gonna
and
love that.
cheese all the time.
Gotcha.
So I would say that, you know, baked beans, green beans, you gotta have something green. Although I will tell you, you do not have to have something green. I tell my brides that all the time. You do not.
My
but
kids
if
would
you,
love that when they were little.
Yes, I know, right? I'm like, it's one day. You don't have to have something green. I
I
promise.
totally agree with you.
I promise.
I see some deliciousness coming.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful.
Oh,
thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Our pulled pork.
Deliciousness is
Yes,
what this is.
that is correct.
Yes.
But to break it down, we've got our pork, we've got our brisket, and then chicken. Our turkey is still on the smoker as we speak. So
Sounds amazing.
it is very good.
Oh my goodness.
So the brisket is this part of the cow. It's beef. A lot of people don't know that, but it
Where
is.
does this come from?
So the brisket actually comes from a farm in the Midwest, and you have to be on a waiting list to get this brisket. I mean,
Oh,
it
really?
is some serious brisket.
So this is special.
Now
when I'm
this
not
is
putting my
pork
mouth,
right here. You're eating pork, but the brisket here, phenomenal.
I feel the juices
Yes.
escaping as I chew.
Oh my gosh, it's so juicy and smoky, and you really shouldn't need a lot of sauce on it if it's
I
good.
don't feel like I need
You really
any
don't.
sauce whatsoever.
You really don't.
But I see you have a little bit. Is that just for
Just a little, yeah. Yeah, just for decoration. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's our pork. It is our most commonly sold meat for
Of
sure.
course, I can see why.
Now the brisket is going to be a little more expensive for weddings, but it is worth it's worth the extra money. It sure is.
Worth every dime.
Yeah, and you got that nice smoke ring around it, and then you've got that little layer of fat at the top, and that's just gonna, all of that combined with the bark, it just is gonna blow your mind.
You have to have that fat because that's
You
what
sure do.
flavors it.
Exactly.
Me being a Southern girl, butter
you know,
and bacon
exactly.
and green beans,
Exactly.
that's what makes it good.
Right, exactly. The greasier the better. But you don't want too much. We don't have too much, but you've got just enough. Just enough there. And then our chicken here is on the bone. We smoke it on the bone, and then for weddings and events, we pull it off the bone. So it'll be in like bite-sized pieces. It is very tender, very, very juicy. And even the white meat is really moist. A lot of times you find breast meat is a little drier. Ours is super moist.
So there's really not too much of an elegant way.
Right.
Correct?
You just got to kind of commit to it and
Committing.
just get in there. You just got to get in there.
I'm committing to this chicken.
Do you want to pour it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Find me a piece
You might
here.
get a little messy, but it's worth it, I promise.
Ooh, if it's not messy, it's probably not good.
Exactly. That's right. That is so right.
Oh, yes. I love how juicy the flavor
It is.
in every patch and every
It sure
bite.
is. So good. You really can't go wrong with any of our meats, but I will say our brisket is a showstopper at weddings.
Okay.
Well, all over in general.
Edley's has outdone themselves by far. It represents very well.
Thank
and
you.
presents very well and tastes very well. I cannot wait till the wedding day.
We're so
Oh, my
excited.
goodness.
We're so
We
excited.
are too. Every once in a while at Renees Bridal, our heart is not only touched, but our soul is blessed by the stories of the brides that come through our door. Well, because of COVID-19, some of the brides aren't walking through the door. We get to meet and love on each bride through a text, call, and inbox. This week, I had a very special bride reach out to me, and I felt that you needed to meet her too. So sit back, relax, and I'm sure your heart will be blessed just like mine was when you meet my new friend, Lindsay from Virginia.
Hey, Lindsay! How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing so good. Thank you so much for joining me today on this video chat on Zoom. So I'm excited, but I'm glad you called me because I can help you. So tell me about your love story. Tell me about him. Tell me about how you met.
Well, we both had mutual friends at an alteration shop, and I was going in one day, and the lady outside just said, "Hey, are you married? Are you single?" And I said, "Yes, I am. Why?" And she said, "Well, I have this really great guy I'd like for you to meet, and I've been telling him all about you, so if you'd be willing to meet, we really like that." And so I didn't know how I felt about that. I was honored that she thought of me, but at the same time, I didn't know how I felt about being set up because I've never done that before.
Wow.
But they kept calling us from the alteration shop, and the little ladies, they're so sweet, but it was kind of awkward to be put on the spot in front of them. So he just kind of reached out to me and contacted me and said, "Hey, if we would like to meet, let's do it on our own terms." And so we kind of talked a little bit with that, and I had never seen him or met him in person or actually talked to him in person. But he asked me how adventurous I was, and I said, "I'm pretty adventurous. I love to do things." And he said, "Well, how does this look? Because, you know, we can go to a movie or dinner anywhere around here anytime, but I kind of like to do something else." So next thing I knew, he sent me a plane ticket to go to Disney and asked me if I would be okay with doing that. So we met at 4 o'clock in the morning in the Food City parking lot, and we took off to Disney with someone I'd never met. So, and it was wonderful.
Love is so unexpected. When it comes knocking, you open that door, don't you?
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
I love that. All right, let's talk about you a little bit more in your dress. Lindsay, I have your beautiful pictures that you sent me through text. And first of all, let's establish where you're located. You are located where?
I'm in Virginia in a very small town called Chilhowie.
Really? Now, how far away is that from us here in Kentucky?
Probably about a good 5.5, 6 hours.
Wow. And how did you hear about me? How did you hear about me from way out there?
My best friend, Lori Ham, she actually watches Keeping Up with the Bates, and so she had seen you on that show, and she said she has wonderful dresses, they're beautiful, and why don't we just reach out to her and see if maybe she could help, knowing the situation we were in with the dress now. And she actually messaged you first to see if it would be okay if we contacted you, and you sent her a message back, and so we reached out that way.
All right. We have talked previously about what you want in your gown, correct?
Right.
And I want you to tell me a little bit about your story if you can. I mean, my goodness, we've got this crazy virus going rampant.
Right.
You also have an underlying condition. Talk to me and just tell me where we are in life right now.
So I actually got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis about 6 years ago. And unfortunately, I kind of have a type that was progressing rapidly. And in order to try and slow down its progression, they put me on a chemotherapy infusion. And I guess about 3 weeks ago, they decided that it was time for me to have another chemo infusion. And 3 days after my infusion, they came back and said, we're halting all infusions because it makes people too immunosuppressed. So unfortunately, it makes me a little bit higher risk and gotta be really safe.
And then we had talked, and we had already basically set on everything, haven't we? We talked about the dress, what you wanted, what kind of lace, set on a price. We said yes to the dress, and then you had some more unfortunate news right back with each other.
So with the virus, of course, it's affecting everyone, and it's hard on everyone. But we live in a very small town, and so my dad has a real estate and appraiser's business. And with all the new orders that came out with the stay-at-home orders and the not being around people and businesses, non-essential businesses closing down, they informed him from the National Board of Realtors that he had to shut his office, and of course they lost all of their business. So in that, I kind of felt like it was a little bit more important for me to reach out and try and help my parents in this time than being a little bit selfish as I looked at it and trying to purchase a dress during this time. So that's when I reached out to you and just said, as hard as what it was for me to get my dream dress, and that was every person's dream. I don't know how you would pass that up, but just in my heart, I felt that it was right to try and reach out and help my parents during all this.
Yes. Well, Lindsay, you have no idea how much that touched my heart. And my husband and I took time to pray and to ponder and to ask, what could we do? And, I do believe in, I'm just going to just share my heart with you, okay?
Right.
This is everything that everybody's going through right now is so heavy, isn't it? And it's almost like if I hear one more heavy thought or heavy, I'm even all but kept off social media because it starts to work with the brain. Right. And I have no fear. I know God is so very near and powerful and holds tomorrow, even when we don't. But Lindsay, I just have been singing the song in my head that I learned as a child. And it was this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And when you sent that text, Lindsay, to be so totally honest, my heart was just pierced for you. And my husband and I read it to my husband, and my husband, who is he's a man's man,
Right.
You don't see his heart often. And I only say that to say that your story touched us both. And we were on our afternoon walk, and my husband says, I've been thinking about your bride, Lindsay, from Virginia, and I was wondering if you would think that you would like to gift her with a dress. And so
I don't even have words.
Well, we want to gift you for your beautiful heart, for letting your light shine to your parents. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're taking care of your parents. And at this time in our life, we want to let our light shine, and we want to bless you and gift you with the dress that we had talked about earlier. And I just want you to know that that's something that you're going to have. We believe in going on. We believe in going ahead and celebrating. We believe in moving forward and just going ahead, and you will have your day. You will have your dress, and we want to make sure that you do have your dress.
I just was beyond words. I don't even know what to say besides thank you all so much for this and this amazing opportunity, and I'm beyond blessed by just being able to have met you in life. So this is beyond anything I could have ever imagined.
Oh, well, Lindsay, first of all, thank you for sharing your story with me. Thank you for being such a sweet soul. I'm sure your mom and dad's heart is just busting with joy, and we want to let our light shine so that you can let your light shine and your love shine. We believe in love around here, and so we hope that this will be a blessing to you.
Oh, it most definitely is. I'm so very thankful and honored. So thank you both so very much.
You're very welcome, Lindsay. I already had the information I need to go ahead and start moving my magical wand so that we can get you the dress and design and create. We already know the lace. We've done all of that, haven't we, Lindsay? And
yes,
that's the beauty of this. You went ahead and said yes to the dress, and we had never met personally. This was all done by texting and video calls, and now and you were ready, and you just felt like that your place was to help your mom and dad.
Well, thank you so much. You're now a very major point of this love story entirely. It would be happening without you all, so thank you so much.
Well, you're very welcome, Lindsay. From all of my staff, my husband, and myself, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate your love story, and let's celebrate the very fact that you're going to get married and have your dress.
Yes, thank you so much. That is just a breath of fresh air in all this. It's happiness.
Well, we hope that it will lighten your load. Lindsay, is there any questions for me? Do you have any questions for me?
No. I'm so thankful for everything. I'm just overwhelmed right now, so thank you. Thank you so much. And please tell your husband I said thank you for even thinking about the situation and passing on your all's kindness and your light. So definitely brighten my light more so. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you. I know, and I pray that this will be a burden that has been lifted. And my husband and I, and again, we were on our afternoon walk, and my husband was like, I can't stop thinking about your bride that texted you. And can you make that happen? And I'm like, yes, I can. And I just knew that was the Lord lining things up. So we already love you, Lindsay. Give your fiance a big hug for us. And we cannot wait for all of this to pass so we can have you in our store and that we can love on you some more. You have a good day, Lindsay, okay?
Thank you so much. This is the best day in a long time. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Lindsay. You have a good day now.